Dutch. Flying Dutchman.
Flying Dutchman.
The first expedition of the Dutch was about 200 men led by some Cornelis the Hoodman guy. And then he reached Banten, the main pepper port of Jawa Barat, except it turned into its own province later. And shortly after, they sailed eastwards, killed Javan king, and lost all of their men. I mean, a Javan prince. They returned to the Netherlands with enough spices to make a handsome profit. And the Portuguese required many ships to stop a large uprising in Solar. And Dutch fleets sailed to Indonesia to gain more profit. A fleet to Maluku led by Jacob van Nack had left Europe for even more profit. Two forces were patrolling Indonesia.
Which one and which?
The Portuguese and the Dutch.
So, do they close to each other? I mean the area?
They were rivals.
No, I mean the place that they are controlled.
Monopoly, yeah. No.
No, except the Dutch. The Portuguese actually set up a fort there. The Dutch just came there and back until later.
Jacob van Nack, Portuguese, isn't he?
No, he's Dutch. This is Cornelis de Hoodman, Banten, and the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
There's Lampung over there, Samuel.
The Netherlands pirates.
It's Netherlands, not Netherlands. Okay, Van Nack's fleet reached Maluku, making the first Dutch fleet to do so because it was pretty far from the Netherlands itself.
Thought we could.
They made a 400% profit
One water.
because of the spices they gained. During the same year, the Portuguese emerged from a battle in Ambon, and the Dutch with the villagers from Itu.
You mean they fight with the Dutch, Portuguese? Huh?
No, it was the Hituis. They didn't want the Portuguese there. They wanted them out. So they allied with the Dutch to make an anti-Portuguese alliance. So then, and then they allowed Dutch to be the only foreigners to be able to buy the spices from Itu. And Queen Elizabeth I allows the East India Company, the EIC of England, to set sail to search for more spices, starting England's advance towards Asian interests. The Dutch, the Portuguese, and the English, three forces monopolizing Indonesia's resources. Pictures, Jacob van Nack, East India Company flag, England, and Queen Elizabeth I.
Oh, that's East India. Okay. So he was the first, what? The Jacob van Nack.
Jacob van Nack, the first Dutch fleet.
Okay.
The leader of the first Dutch fleet to reach Maluku, the one that made 400% profit.
Island, this is island.
What?
OBH.
What?
But.
It's okay.
I use silence as island.
Oh, I think I skipped something. No, I didn't. VOC 1602 to 1605, VOC is superior.
What do you say?
You'll see later. The Portuguese sent a final force from Malacca, which reinstated Portuguese control. Meanwhile, in the Netherlands, rival Dutch companies merged together to form the Verenigd Oost-Indisch Compagnie, or the VOC.
That's VOC.
It means the Dutch East India Company.
Indian.
Indian Company.
So it was in the very early 17th century.
Yep.
But Indonesians always claim that they are ruled for 350.
Yeah, and they did.
Oh, but I mean, maybe they computed until 1949 because the Dutch, even Indonesia is already had
Merdeka.
independence, they still try to come until 1949, I guess. So that's why they count it as 350 from about 600, 1600 until 1950. Okay.
I want to know when I was born.
39.
He was born
38.
1938.
That's before Indonesia was independent.
Yes.
Yeah, that's weird. He was a little boy.
When Indonesia became independent, when
How old was he?
12,
38.
he was 38.
1938 he was born.
7 years old.
He was 7.
He's big.
He might be that little boy in the story
Dibahas.
of Battle of Sumatra.
Surabaya, you mean?
Surabaya.
What?
Except for
That was no size 13,
Oh,
not
never
7.
Okay, let's go on.
Okay. What was I on again? Oh yeah. During June 1602, the first voyage of the EIC, led by Sir James Lancaster, arrived in Aceh and sailed to Banten, where they
Bantam.
Bantam, I mean.
Where's Bantam?
I don't know, it's an
Okay.
island. Where they are granted permission to build a trading post, and that became the heart of British trade at that during those years. In 1603, the first permanent Dutch trading post was made in Banten. The next year, another EIC voyage led by Sir Henry Middleton reached Ternate, Tidore, Ambon, and even Banda, where they encountered the hostility of the VOC, beginning a competition for the access of spices.
Hmm.
In 1605, the VOC and Kitui's alliance prepared to attack the fort in Ambon, and the Portuguese surrendered. Sir Henry Middleton, Sir James Lancaster, and the sign of the VOC.